Hello and welcome. I'm here with Theta, aka Marcus. Everyone knows you, Marcus.
Yeah,
How you
I
doing, bud?
guess everyone knows me.
Most people do.
What's up, man? How you doing? We were talking
Good.
before we just hit the play button.
Yes, we're listening to Marcus.
Hello, people in the chat. I got that queued up
Oh, you got
there.
the chat. You can pull up the chat. Theta
Yeah, yeah.
Novus.
Theta Novus? Is that
We like her.
okay? We like her. We had
Yes.
an imposter channel called Theta In, and it was a pro Scientology thing, and it was brought to my attention in the middle of the
Your name
summer.
reversed.
Yeah, Theta In. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll pull it up and show y'all because this is apparently in the summer of 2023.
Hey, Amy
Uh,
Jean. Hey, Chad.
Theta in. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. So someone told me that they were trying to swagger jack me, basically.
Oh, they even took the logo.
Well, it's a Greek symbol, theta,
Yeah,
but
but
I mean, this Scientology girl. I don't. Was she interviewed by Aaron Smith Levin?
which one?
Scientology girl.
I've never heard. No, I've never heard of her.
So
Independent Scientologist. That's
yeah,
interesting.
she's like an indie, and look, she got a squirrel and everything. So uh, that's a featured channel on Theta In, and the Crusade also with 116 subscribers, the Crusade to restore Scientology. Um, you know, I almost want to hit subscribe.
Chad said Levin Smith. I don't know if he's in regards to who interviewed her.
Hey,
Maybe he did
Amy.
interview her.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah, maybe he did interview
They
her.
did, girl. I don't know. I know he did an interview with a current indie Scientologist, and
I'd
people
like to
were
hear
like
that. I'd
rah
like to
rah
hear
rah
his
about it.
opinion.
So I don't know if that was a thing um or not. I
I'd
don't
like to
really
hear a good
watch all of that
independent
stuff.
Scientologist. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've given up on that channel, but
Well, I mean, I
it's,
don't. It's
it's
not
neither
that
here
I've
nor
given up
there.
on any of the channels. It's just there's so much to do, and
Yeah.
there are some ex Scientologists that I talk to that aren't public. They don't talk. They haven't told their story yet. So
Hmm.
I end up talking to those people a lot, and
Hmm.
that's almost like taking the time to go do broadcasting and talk about it. So we're
Are they
talking
sort
about
of under the radar? These people, like
yeah, some of them, yeah.
they're still in. Yeah.
Now one's public. Tammy Sinovic was featured on Tony's blog, and she sat next to on her trip to Texas for Christmas. Sat next to a current Scientologist who was in LA for the event at.
The
I
IS.
don't think it was at the
The
IS.
shrine. The shrine one?
What usually they're at the shrine, but I don't know if this one was at the shrine.
Right.
But she had a long comm cycle with this person, a 3-hour flight, and she validated a lot of his wins and duplicated his, whatever, the language. You have to
Yeah.
speak that shorthand to really talk to an active or indie Scientologist, or there's a communication breakdown.
I
It's
love
very
Calm
strange.
Cycle.
Yeah, comm cycles. Like, I mean, it's a part of their lexicon, and there are like because Hubbard just blah, 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 defines what a comm cycle is. Like, there's parts to it, and if a part is missing, a Scientologist will basically either correct you on it or just acknowledge your comm, but not really receive it,
Mhm.
and and it's all very much a part of how you think about communication. So it's very
Interesting.
strange. It's very it's an environment where the uh, language and linguistics is a very dangerous tool that's being used. Linguistics and intelligence and uh, enslaving people through language is my theory, anyways.
Mm.
It's language and behavior, but through the TRs, you manage the behavior, and you load the language up. Scientology has a really uh, robust loaded language set of definitions.
Theta knows a little bit about that,
Yeah,
being an ex-Scientologist.
Elvis, yeah. Um, what you read about?
So let me just give a brief rundown for the people in the chat. Marcus and I were going to just talk a little about what we've been up to the past couple of weeks, and we do have a movie. Well, not a movie, but a video to play. It is an interview of Leah Remini when she was still in Scientology on Howard Stern. So we're going to watch that, comment on that, try not to get copyright struck. I don't think we'll get copyright struck.
Yeah, if you
I've
just
been
pause,
reading.
the rule is every 15 seconds, my
You
man.
gotta
15
pause it.
seconds.
Yep,
Every
exactly,
15
exactly. I've
seconds.
been looking into it. So as long as
Yeah.
we comment on it, which shouldn't be too
That's
hard.
the
It's
average.
an interesting video.
You know, depending on what it is, it could be
Right.
shorter, but like, you know, the average 15 seconds.
Well, it's interestingly enough, the original video hasn't been copyrighted. So I mean that might work in our favor too. So
Maybe.
what have you been up to, Marcus? How you been? I know you've been playing shows and things like that. What have you been up to
Yeah.
these past couple of weeks? I haven't seen you
The-
since I haven't
the-
gone live with you in a month, and
Has
I
it
know we
been?
had the
I don't even.
holidays in between. So how you
When
been?
was the last time we did the thing? I don't know.
A
I've
month and
been
a half.
I've been doing for the last 8 weeks, like rehearsing and notating and printing out and, like, you know, writing out a bunch of music, getting ready for the shows that we did on Christmas and New Year's. And that involved quite a bit of travel. And in the process, like, I got sick from raw sewage
Ooh.
under my mom's house, is, like, you know, backed up all the way up to the bathtub, and crawl under the
Yuck.
house and pull the backflow off, and I had to escape. It was a daring escape to run through the underneath the trailer, but I'm sure I inhaled something, and so
Right.
I ended up with this nasal furuncle is what it's called. And I kind of got these headaches really, really bad. That's so bad that, like, kind of like migraines, where you just can't
Mhm.
do anything, can't even think. So I just went laid down for 2 days, and I'm like, well, it's probably something wrong. Go to the doctor, get some doxycycline. Been on that. I've got 2 more days of it, today and tomorrow. So I am, like, full of antibiotics, and I've
Yeah.
been putting antibacterial shit up my nose. And then also, like I said, talking to you know, former Scientologists during the holidays is a really tough time for people who have families still in. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
So sometimes they don't even get to see them at all.
Side note though, doxycycline will knock anything you have right out of your system. It is a
That's what I'm
strong
hoping.
antibiotic.
It
Yeah.
is. It killed 1 year. 1 year I had a very bad oh, what's that stuff? Staph. And it
Mm.
got in my eye. I have and it was eating right. It was closer to my brain than this boil is, but it was eating through my eyebrow. And doxycycline. They tried all kind of other shit, but it was doxycycline that. Let me see if I can. So, like, wait a minute. No, it's on this side. Right
I see
up,
a little bit.
right up here. No, you can't see it. Don't lie to me. Anyways, there's a tiny little indention there, and it's from it. It looks like I got shot with a pellet or something, and it healed. But the doxycycline is what did it. But it took 2 rounds of
Mm-hmm.
10 days, so 20 days, 20 days of doxycycline, and
Jeez.
this shit kicks my ass, bro. Like the antibiotics. I took so many whenever I was like pre, uh, pre-surgery, post-surgery,
Yeah. Yeah.
to prevent, you know, infection and stuff. And not only that, but steroids. I was on steroids for a long time to, you know, keep my whatever going.
I know with doxycycline too, you're supposed to stay out of the sun. So
Yeah, well, that was kind of hard when you know, have to, like, if I'm staying at somebody's place, like, kind of crashing on the couch or whatever, Like, I don't stay in their house all day. I get outside, you know? I go try to do something, find something to do, make some money, whatever.
Right. You did your crazy eyes, Marcus.
I did?
That's what Fem says.
You want me to do the oh, well, I'll show you the crazy eye. This is the one that she hates. Where is it? Scroll. There we go. All right.
Dude, don't look at me ever again like that.
Why? Hey.
Not gonna look at my monitor.
A trigger warning for some people. Oh, shit.
She seems to know that the antibiotics kicked your ass for the first 3 days.
Yeah, well, because I had probably waited, you know, until the bacteria had, you know, I was covered in shit and shit water, dude. And
Is
I
that how
went
bad
to,
it was? What
yeah,
were you
yeah.
doing? Doing plumbing or something?
No, man, my stepdad went and fucking destroyed her septic system. Like he
You
just went out there with his fucking front end loader
dug
and
into it?
dug into it, yeah, and cracked
Oh.
it.
Oh.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
And because the thing is with him, it's like if it's broke, then now she'll need to call to get help to get it fixed. But you know, she ain't calling him for nothing.
Mhm.
Fucking, and so that's what I've been up to. There's still domestic stuff. There's still stuff like yesterday after the or during the broadcast, Travis sent me an email and there was some stuff he needed to talk to me about, and it ended up being a really nice thing, but like it was pretty fucking emotional.
Travis's stepdad?
No, Travis, my brother.
Oh, your brother. Okay.
Yeah. And so that was, you know, like when I got back from the second show, I was just ready to bleh, and I did for the most part, and I still am. Like to me, this is pretty chill.
Mhm.
But you know, I did, you know, when Travis sent me the email, it was something I didn't expect. So we talked about it immediately, and it was good. Uh, but it, you know, it has been an emotionally draining fucking couple weeks, and then prior to that, even more, you know, even more so, and prior to that, like the whole summer, basically, the last 8 months of 2023 were pretty fucking emotional, and there were connections that reconnections that were made that you know wouldn't have been possible without Doug, and so like uh, it makes me think about the effect of the type of broadcasting uh, that that we've done. So, uh, because the more people tell their story, man, the better. You know,
I hear you.
if nothing else, it's for that person to feel like they've been fucking heard. I know that from a firsthand experience. Heard by people who aren't like, oh yeah, Scientology. Okay, well, because this really is some fucked up shit, man. Like, and a lot of times people don't go to therapists now. Some people do. I did, you know, at a certain point, but some people don't and still don't. And I don't get it. Like it's very, you know, coping skills. You can. I don't care what anyone says. Like if you leave a coercive control group, there's no limit to the amount of coping skills that you could use that you should look for. Like find
Right.
all the coping skills that you can. But that's just me. That maybe not even I can cope by drinking, or I can cope by just, you know, hiding, or I can cope by, you know, having an attitude, or I can cope
Mhm.
by this or that or the other thing. But like just having someone to talk to, as they say in Scientology, a terminal to discharge your reactive part of your bank, blow your bank off. Um, Strange terminology.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So we're
And
gonna
as
watch
you know,
a video.
there's
Is that what we're gonna do?
yeah, yeah. So we have let me pull this back up here. An interview. It's from 2003. It is of Leah Remini on the Howard Stern show. Let's pull this up here.
Hi, Luca. Local JUCO. Local JUCO.
Local Juco.
The Tina dance. What are they talking about?
That was Mark Anthony.
Anybody
Can hear it, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
Who's our
Just
guest?
make sure I can hit it with the space bar. All right. So we're going to get into this. This is Leah Remini as a Scientologist on the Howard Stern show.
As a
2003,
Scientologist.
as a Scientologist. So she was in at this point.
Hold on. In 2003, is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean, unless they got the date wrong on here, I believe
Well,
she's still
just
in
I'm gonna let
2003.
y'all know what I'll let you know where I was in 2003.
Let's hear it.
I was in Los Angeles at the Melrose Mission, and I was quartered in an auditing room because I was not allowed to stay with the staff house because of a potential 2D situation with Monica.
At 2D.
Well, there was no 2D.
It was potential.
So I was in LA when she did this interview, and I would have been reading the Freedom Mag and all the CC mags about her press for that, because they're going to definitely pimp that.
Right.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, she wasn't on this show to promote anything. She just stopped
Who's our
by.
guest?
So
Leah Remini.
Oh, no kidding.
And she was her fiance.
Who's her fiance?
I don't know, some guy. Nice
pause
guy.
it every
Nice chick. Funny chick.
15
Talk
seconds
about
or
it.
so.
Yeah.
King of Queens. Right?
King of Queens.
Yeah.
She's like that Brooklyn hot. This one.
Yeah, she's originally from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, she's a spicy Brooklyn girl,
Italian.
and she's
she's all
best friends with J-Lo.
That came up too. She went out the prior night with Mark Anthony. It said Mark Anthony and her husband, but at this time he was not married to
Angry.
J-Lo.
She's
I'm
Scientologist,
pretty sure.
right?
Yep.
So they get right into
She was
Scientology.
out.
Which
Yeah,
is
her
good.
and her husband, her and her fiance were out late last night with Mark Anthony and his wife.
So you mentioned.
Well, what did he ask?
This one.
Yeah, and she's all angry. I like that.
And she's a Scientologist, right?
Yeah.
That I don't get.
She was out. Yeah, her and her husband, her and her fiance were out late last night with Mark Anthony and his wife.
I forget.
He just glazed over that. Who the fuck is that guy?
That's this guy right here.
Yeah,
that's Baba Booey, Gary Dell'Abate, the producer.
Okay.
So if you ever heard Baba Booey before,
I can see the sort of straight. He's the producer.
Yeah, he's the producer.
I can, as a production guy, I can see the fucking like horror in his fucking soul of this show. Because look at his eyes, and look at his mouth. He's just like, oh fuck, we're gonna do a Scientology. And what's her name just pointed out that Robin just pointed out what's her name? Robin pointed out she's a Scientologist, and he's just like, that's the producer. He's like,
oh no, he loves it. He loves it. He's gonna eat it up.
Okay,
that's just content.
What do you mean she was out with Mark Anthony?
That's what she said. She said, "Oh, I got in 4 a.m." I said, "What were you doing?" She said, "We were out with Mark Anthony's wife.
No
we
kidding.
were partying, and we went to a karaoke bar." And
She
they
probably was at the Grammys last night.
Yeah. She's
So yeah.
Well, it makes me wonder if was Mark Anthony a Scientologist?
This is what I read, is that Mark Anthony was married to J-Lo at a point in time.
Right.
And they had issues with their kids in the sense of, should we bring them to a Scientology school or not? So that was
because
the
Leah actually would be trying to, as a ambassador and a public opinion leader, would be encouraged by the ethics officer and ethics divisions of wherever staff org she's at to disseminate Scientology, because there's all kinds of policies about dissemination that she would be reading, and they would be putting in front of her and word clearing her on.
I think for sure that she was pushed to get Mark Anthony into it, his kids into it, things like that.
I bet your ass.
She's an interesting woman.
She's feisty.
She has stuff to say.
Yeah, she's eye-tie. I like that.
Italian.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from
Really?
Brooklyn. She's from my part of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I thought she
I've
was
never
Puerto
heard
Rican.
that.
No.
Me neither.
She's Jewish.
What, Benji?
She's Jewish?
Yeah.
Really? Is that true?
She's not
Where
Jewish.
did she get the name Remini?
She's Italian also.
Oh,
She wasn't Jewish, was she?
No, I don't think so.
but what's her
I don't think so either.
mother?
Jewish.
Oh, then she's Jewish.
What?
Oh,
Actually, but she's Scientologist, so that cancels everything, right?
No,
I don't
she's
know.
Jewish.
I don't know how
When-
anyone can buy into that.
But if you're,
I don't know anyone can buy into any religion, but Scientology is a new one. I mean, that's fake.
He makes a good point there where, even though he's a shock jock and he's supposed to say things like that,
Right.
God, man, Howard Stern, and just seeing the radio environment, but like in because I started in radio after I got out of Scientology at Cumulus Broadcasting in Lake Charles, and I worked with, like not wannabes, but aspiring jockeys that were shock jocks and talking about politics and celebrities and all this kind of shit that Howard does. So, yeah, seeing, but he makes a very good point there. He's like, Scientology is a new one. Like, it's fucking full of shit.
Yeah. Apparently, Mark Anthony wasn't a Scientologist, so.
Well, good.
Oh, I
I mean,
know.
he didn't go for it.
Catholicism and Judaism around so long, you might think, well, maybe there was something to
maybe
it,
something really did happen.
even though nothing did happen.
Well, maybe in a thousand years they'll be saying that about Scientology.
Yeah.
But if you're a
Yeah.
Scientologist,
God is not a robot. I'm sorry.
See,
see how much he knows
that's
about
telling. What year? This was in 03. So he's not bringing up Xenu. He's not bringing up the DC-10s. He's not bringing up the volcanoes. He's thinking robots.
Robots, yeah.
So this tells me that this was like around or pre the sorry.
The South Park?
No. Yeah, well, the South Park, yeah, for sure, probably. And also the leaked OT materials online through WikiLeaks from
Right.
Anonymous.
I want to say that's true, but I also believe they had her on prior to this, and they went through the Xenu thing. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, there was another source at the time. There were some OT8s from David Mayo's group that went into an org and pretended to be high-level int RTC people, and they just went and walked in and grabbed the OT materials and walked out. Swear to God,
we need to check these.
Yeah, they went in there with tone 40 intention, and it fucking worked. It's like something out of a movie. And that was the initial leak. That's where a lot of the clam bake stuff came from. Yeah, so
because you can hear it and you can be told from people that it's true, but until you actually see it and there's actual documentation.
oh man, the
see it in
scribbled
LRH's
handwritings. Have you
Just-
seen
yeah,
it?
you see it in
handwriting.
handwriting.
It's like, what the fuck? And it looks like if you're an auditor, like there's a line down a lot of the middle of the pages because there's it's basically like two terminals. You want to cancel you want to as is, whatever it is. Anyway, that's the whole fucking screwball psycho dynamic.
I'm not buying it.
Psychodynamic head fuck. Like you use psychodynamics to just completely do all kinds of fucked up things to people.
but if you're a Scientologist, you can't
The
be.
dude who invented Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, said, I need to invent a religion because science fiction writing doesn't pay.
These books aren't selling enough.
That's when you get out.
They're starting early, just ripping on them.
Yeah.
That's when you bail
So
on
true
it.
though.
when you
Now
say-
he's written a book that tells you everything about your life. It's on page 297.
He told you the game plan was fake, and you still buy into it. Leah's too smart
Yeah.
for that.
Oh, really? When someone tells you they're a Scientologist,
It's true.
That's that part right there was is some of the most clever shit that Hubbard did. Like in every course, in everything that you read, especially the beginning materials, he makes these like disclaimers like, hey, this is kind of just like, if you want it, yeah, it might work, it might not. But then you see KSW, and then it's like knowing the technology is correct, and then you start fucking, because he presents it so flagrantly like it's nothing. Then you want to make the thing is people want to make something out of it,
Right.
and that's what I did. So like I was like, okay, this guy wrote all this shit, and there's like tons of books and all this stuff, and some of it does make sense. You can't do that with every religion has to have truth in it. So and in order to keep the people, because you can't, like, if all you represent is lies, then people see through that shit. So and you can't get a big enough culture to last long enough to become a religion or whatever, or a movement, like terrorist group or something like that. It has to be a truth, and truths and facts are different. So, but it has to be truths in it in order for it to stick and for it to. But so the idea was in the beginning of every fucking thing you read in Scientology is, hey, in one way or another, Hubbard always disclaims everything he's about to say. He'll say, "I'm totally crazy," but. And then you listen, and he says, "Don't listen to anything I say. Don't listen to a damn thing I say." In the lectures, he says that a lot. He's like, "Don't listen to anything I say."
You can't help but laugh at them.
That's like me getting on the air going, you know what? I need more money. I'm going to start a religion. And you stupid asses better pay me.
And,
And then people join.
the thing that bothers you,
God, hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah, he does. But see, he's a shock jock. There's so much more to it. We've heard the stories. We know what happens now. But and then it was all happening then. It's very easy. And that's the factor there for being on broadcast radio. This is not early days, but Howard Stern and what's those other guys' names? Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony, yeah.
Like those guys
to an extent
were former terrestrial radio, and then it went satellite. And so it was everywhere. And that changed how they did their content. So he's like I said, I keep saying shock jock, but that's what he is. And he's not there to talk about he's there to be funny and entertaining. He's not there to talk about the lives destroyed and all that.
Theta says, I remember hearing many years ago that 95%, I guess sort of 95% rule, 5%, 95% lies, 5% truth.
Yeah, right. You don't need a lot of truth, really.
Just needs to be speckled in there.
Just a little bit. But you can, bigger groups seem to have more truths, I think. The larger groups, religions, whatever they are, seem to have they're more generous with their truths because they know how to, especially Scientology can give you some truths, but they have enough control mechanisms to
it's a good point by Theta Novus. She says LRH does talk and explain something like hypnotism, and then says that's not what Scientology does, then turn around and does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were staff or SO or public?
She was staff. I think she was staff, not Sea Org.
Okay.
But, she'll get back to us in the chat here.
You definitely know. You know what's up.
Though most is that Leah was probably standing around on the street one day with nothing to do. Somebody lured her into that room.
Well, she'll respond.
I'll come here.
Which isn't the case. She was family, right? She was born.
Yeah.
Well, not born. I think her mom joined really.
Her mom
really
joined.
Yeah.
I made the biggest mistake of my life my freshman year of college. I didn't know what it was. So they stopped me on campus and they say, "Hey, you want to do Scientology? It's interesting. It's, helps you perform better in your life." So it's just running through and I said, they said, "Can we send you stuff?" So they took my address and my phone number. That was my freshman year of college. They called me every 3 weeks till 2 years after I graduated. They would call.
So right.
Yeah. CF.
Once you sign up, once you give them your information,
you are a statistic at that point. And you are once you're sold a book or do a OCA test, you are in Central Files, and Central Files has when people are in lower conditions, ethics conditions, which is frequent, they get sent to BMO, which is bulk mail out, and it's a punishment, essentially it's a making up the damage. But what it is a way for the executives to get the work done with their slaves. And you can just assign someone a condition randomly. They don't even have to be out ethics or whatever. You can just assign, we need BMO done. Okay, well, let's see. Let's put John Jones in a lower and Marcus in a lower, and get them to get the kids to help lick the envelopes and send out the BMO. But like, it's consistent. It's
Witness
consistent every week.
Witness cleared it up. See, Leah joined at 13 years old. She joined the Sea Org, and going back to Theta Nova, she signed the Sea Org contract, and I think she was out like a week after that. She just left.
Yeah. See, what do we know?
Smart move.
Don't listen to me.
Call my house every 2 weeks, and they killed 10 trees, sending me junk.
That's another. My former sister-in-law was in Kenmore Square in Boston, and they said, "You want to come in and see a movie?" She went in to see the movie. They wouldn't let her out.
That's what happened to
2 hours. She was in
They
there.
lock you in.
That's what happened to it was Jim Carrey, Crispin Glover, and one other guy.
That's watching that
Whoa.
Dianetics film, right?
Yeah, and you go at CC, and when you go down these stairs, it's actually kind of creepy because there's no lights. There were no lights going down, and it had this, like, they had foliage and stuff. It was all very well kept, you know, and I guess, what do you call that? When you trim trees and it's like a art, what is that called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh shit.
Someone in the chat's got to know. We're dumb.
Not horticulture, right?
No, not horticulture. It's like it's like what rich people have, and they have people trim their trees in these special ways and whatever.
Mhm.
But that's kind of when you're walking down this one flight of stairs, and then it goes immediately to the left, and it's a double door, and it's a theater. It's like a full-blown nice theater, and it's got probably 20 seats in it, maybe. And so you can make yourself comfortable, whatever, but there is no way out other than the double doors, and they're pretty heavy duty double doors.
Topiaries. I think that was it.
A topiary. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's it.
That might be it. Sounds legit.
Sounds
So when you are watching this 2-hour film, which Travis and I would go watch just to get a stat. Like, there's all kind of bullshit that you can do as a staff member to get a stat, and bullshit your way into having up stats. But like a regular person going down there would be watching, like someone who's not a Scientologist would be sitting in it, go down these steps, and it's all concrete, you know, and you can tell that when you sit in there, like, there's no sound getting out because it's it's a theater system, and all of that sound, like, is just very nice sound system and a nice screen. But there's Sea Org members right outside the door, 2 of them usually, and sometimes they'll be waiting up the steps, and all the way out there will be Sea Org members or CC staff. You know, everyone knows that there's 2 particles in the lobby. Well, I mean, I don't know what they called it at CC, but the where they show the film, intro services. So it'd be an intro services thing. So if someone's in intro services, usually like the general area and vicinity is notified, like someone's in intro services. So like if someone's in intro services and they get up and they want to leave before intro services is over, then you're going to try to talk to them, start a comm cycle, do the DSM drill, contact, handle, salvage, bring to understanding, and get them back in to finish their intro service. And then if they want to leave, maybe, but someone else can do the DSM drill as well and get them into a registration cycle.
And that's where the money comes.
Yes.
Another guy, this is years ago, they're walking around and said, "Hey, you want to see a movie?" And they wouldn't let them out for 4 hours.
She called us so traumatized.
Yeah.
She was like, "I think I was kidnapped." I go, "What do you mean? You're here?"
She was, though,
Where's the
technically.
ransom note?
Do you think it would be insulting if we asked Leah if she went to the clay table to decide?
No, Leah doesn't care.
Clearly, he's done some reading on this.
Yes.
That's great. I mean, you know, as a
Bunches.
producer,
Maybe
man,
they
this
should
guy's
assign-
fucking taking a risk in 2003. Like, being a young producer, I mean, I
that's
know
great.
he's at. I know he's. What network was this? This was Sirius, wasn't it?
Well, 03, they might. This is, I think, the old K-Rock studio. They
Okay,
went to satellite maybe 2
even
years
worse
after.
because they could be attacked. I mean, like,
Yeah,
but they are in New York, right?
this was always in New York. Yeah.
Always in New York, and they do. And I know that these radio stations in New York lawyer the fuck up. So
No, yeah. They were
um,
Clear Channel, I think, too.
okay. Clear,
92.
yeah, Clear Channel started buying up everything in the late 90s. Yep.
Find her, this guy. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Well, he's got to be Scientology.
You know, and
too,
hey,
right?
you know, and if it gets you through the day, it can't be that bad though when you think about it. You know what I mean? I mean,
Hey, it helped John Travolta.
right?
Does she get to hang with Tom Cruise and Lisa Marie?
Sure she
because they're all
does.
part of the
Oh yeah, they
Absolutely.
have. The,
Wow, if
See,
it
then-
gets you through
what?
the day, like, yeah, unless you know what's going. See, this is where like he's doing his job as a shock, but he does, and he may not know what the fuck. If it gets you
He's
through
playing
the
both
day,
sides. He's playing both sides.
yeah, he's definitely. That's what the best of them do. Like that's how he got where he is.
Yeah.
have those gatherings, and her and that
And
girl
Jenna-
from
Jenna
Dharma and
Elfman.
Greg.
Well, I'll tell you
yeah.
what. If my career was going south, though,
He knows all
I
the
would do-
celebs. You know what I mean? He really
Yeah,
does.
I tell you he does.
not religion, I would. That's what you join for. It's like joining a cool
Tom
country
Cruise
club.
hangs out with
Networking,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, that I
It's
do.
either rehab or Scientology when things are going bad.
But what about
You know what's fucking hilarious about that, Robin? Oh my god.
It's a good
That
point.
was where I was. It was like rehab or Scientology. Scientology has a rehab in it, so like I don't want to go
Narcan.
back to the hospital.
Right.
Fuck that.
that broad from Jag got all huffy in here? Like they get attitudes.
She must be new. She needed a.
Who's that one?
Uh,
I'm guessing they're implying she was a Scientologist too. I don't know who that is.
yeah, I remember seeing her in the celebrity mags. I don't remember her name.
If anyone knows in chat.
Another E-meter or
They're doing fine.
All I know is John Travolta went to a table. That's how you get
Hey,
these
Michelle.
kids' names.
I don't even like talking about this because I feel like they'll hurt me.
well, they do
Beat me
sue
up.
a lot.
They sue and stuff. And you know who needs that?
They sue.
They come and get you.
I should get Leah in here. There's a bunch of stuff I still want to talk about though because I'm all bottled up from a week of vacation. Leah Remini's in
So
the
here's
show,
Leah.
Queen.
Oh shit.
She's here not to promote anything.
Oh shit. You know, it took
Just wanted to stop.
some balls for her to go do this because they
Yeah.
just talked a bunch of shit about her.
You're
She's there
hearing this in the green.
studio.
Yeah, you're hearing this in the green
Oh
room.
motherfucking shit! Wow.
I've had her on
What?
before.
How
She's
is
always fun
she
to listen
gonna
to.
fucking react? Oh my god.
Let me take in Leah. Leah's got a smoking body.
How are you?
Hey Leah, good to see you.
What do you think about those pants? She's
Man, what I'm wondering.
Thing
I
going
mean, was she hearing that chatter before she came in? Is what I'm.
oh
wondering.
yeah, I think she comments on it. But she's got the Beetlejuice pants going. I love it.
Hey, why are you laughing?
Who's laughing?
Marty's laughing like a retard.
I wasn't laughing at all.
Pre-cancel culture.
Sexy
Beat him up.
smile.
You
I had a
can't
sexy
say that
smile.
anymore, Howard.
Yeah.
He was having sex with you in his head.
As good as it, it's as good as it gets.
How was I?
How'd she
good?
go?
Was I into it?
It was quick.
Good.
Oh, mess. Already was a mess. He's still I think he's doing better, but
I wanted to
I
say
like
hi
it.
to Born Anxious,
Hey,
all the
Howard.
people, Michelle and Born Anxious,
Yeah,
and Miss Jay
yeah.
and Whitney. How y'all doing?
Whitney,
Good to see y'all.
thanks for hanging out. It's a good video. So
Hey Leah, great seeing you. You're all dolled up. Is that from last night or?
No. I actually showered.
You look great.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're a nice
1
looking
hour.
chick.
1 hour.
yeah, if she was out till 4 a.m., they do this like 6 a.m. So she had like an hour sleep.
She actually looks like she's pretty like
She's put together.
dragged out. No, I mean, she's made up.
Right.
Like,
You can tell she's running on a couple hours of sleep.
yeah, because her frame is just so like. It reminds me of almost like when you're on staff.
Or
You
sleep.
know.
I love your body. I love your face.
Do you
Hey,
really?
you look pretty.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
what am I gonna say?
But you just don't like my voice.
Who said that?
I don't know. You said, didn't he say something last time? He goes, "You have such a pretty face," and then you open your mouth, and it's.
Oh my God. That's great.
He said that?
Would I say
I
something
mean, isn't
like
that, isn't that the problem with every woman?
I don't think it was the voice. I think
Maybe.
it was that you might. I think you might talk too much.
Oh, I talk too much.
Oh,
Oh, that was better. That
Okay,
was better.
she's eyeing the producer.
Yeah.
He's the one who brought Scientology up originally, isn't he?
Yeah. He started.
He started it. So
Gary, shut up. Gary.
Gary clearing it up.
Like Gary.
You know what's so funny, Gary? You're so sweet out in the hallway and everything, and then so it's like it's an act. This is an act.
No, I
to
like
me.
you.
So
I like you.
carry on.
Yeah.
Gary, play your little games, babe.
Don't you think Artie looks sexy with his Band-Aid? He's doing the Nelly thing. He had
I
a
don't love
cyst
it.
removed from his nose.
Really? Did you?
Yeah. Well, it was.
Ew.
I might have to
Just
fucking
near
have
enough.
that done.
What, you got one?
No, but if this shit don't clear up, man.
Yeah.
It could be cancerous. We're
Going
finding
under the knife.
out.
We're waiting for the biopsy.
Right.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be cancerous and they'll remove half his nose so it'll look like
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner.
All right.
Could he have a terminal zit?
It's a zit. It was a zit that he squeezed horribly.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was an infection.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Vile.
Well, look, if you notice, pretty people never get zits that don't go away.
Oh, that's not true.
Uh,
Anyway, so you had
Why,
a
I
zit,
get
you picked
zits.
it. I do.
yeah. Thank you.
And
And I had it removed. I had to dig it out.
Like Artie didn't have enough trouble.
You're
with his face.
definitely
Now he's got a
going
big
past
Band-Aid
15
over his-
seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm stopping it.
That was like almost 30.
I was looking for something to comment on, but
Well, sometimes you just have to, stop.
zits.
Look, it's your attention
you
away
actually
from
have
the
nice
hair.
skin, though. You actually have nice skin.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't
How would
know.
you know?
Well, just from here, he looks like he has nice skin. He doesn't have any blemishes.
Yeah,
Artie was telling me
I don't see nice skin there. I don't know.
about his vacation. Like I went away, Robin went away. So Artie
Yeah.
goes,
What did he do?
it snowed. I was in the house.
He said he hibernated.
I hibernated. So what do I have to do? I had to eat. He said he was down to he had that, that chocolate Bosco stuff, the Hershey chocolate, the
right.
Oh, yeah,
syrup.
no,
Yeah.
you never eat. Yeah.
The story is pretty ridiculous.
So desperate, he couldn't get the syrup out of the bottom. So he just poured the milk into the bottle and shook it up and drank it directly.
Oh, poor
But
thing.
it's-
Like a
I gotta
heroin
say,
addict.
Oh,
Howard
what
is
did you do?
handling it pretty well because he's really trying to go all the way around and not talk about what they were talking about.
Oh, he's gonna circle back though. You know it.
Okay, but for now, I think he's doing as a host. He's
Mhm.
making things very light
Right.
and trying to get the
Make her
Yeah.
feel comfortable.
exactly.
Yeah.
What did you do, Artie? Because Artie told me during the commercial that it was the World Series of eating for those 4 days.
What was
Well-
the eating that went on? Because Lord knows I can't eat.
My mother made a bunch of meatballs, and I had black and white cookies,
Love.
and I had that Hershey's.
Take care, Theta. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been that desperate to put milk in the actual Hershey's.
See you, Theta
Container.
Novus.
Put Hershey's in put milk in the Hershey's container and shake that up and eat it. I'm a little desperate.
Well, I think he's
She's
just
syrups.
being funny.
So after I
And
finished
the-
eating
she
and
was
eating and
mean
had
mugging that
dessert, Dana was
Producer again in
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the
She'll continue that.
over.
His girlfriend.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she saw me pouring the milk into the Hershey's thing. I'm shaking it. And you always underestimate how much chocolate's in there. So the chocolate gets all clogged in the
Yeah.
straw, and you got to suck harder, and you
Oh
get a
my
big burst
This
of
is a
chocolate
bit.
with the milk. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Sounds like something from a stand-up.
yeah, it's a bit. It's a
And
bit.
I guess I looked like I was enjoying it a little too much, and Dana was shaking her head.
And Dana had sex with you after that.
Oh, yeah. In
No.
fact, Artie had sex every 24 hours.
Right.
And in between, he eats, just waiting to
Really?
get
Sounds like a bear.
hard again, I guess.
We had
Wow.
sex next to
He's
the
got it good
refrigerator.
then.
Yeah. I was like a sex maniac this weekend.
Yeah.
I was like doing it like I was 15.
Is
Just
this a new
this weekend?
relationship?
3 years.
Really?
And we banged.
You've seen his wife before, right? Beth.
Yeah, I think so.
She's a babe.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Total
good.
babe.
I got to. We went through like 7 times maybe.
God bless you.
What, the week?
I'm the
Just on the
horniest.
weekend.
The weekend.
Wow.
And we banged the whole time in Barbados. I wasn't sure if we could because my kids came along.
Yeah. Did you have like a villa or something?
I got
What
a
did you-
giant suite, 4,000 square feet, so that we could bang.
Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
they're on the other side.
Yeah,
or
it was like
something?
it was like
can't
they were in
hear you?
another country. I'm not even sure they were in Barbados with me.
Is that
Fucking hell.
You ever been to Barbados?
No, fuck no, man.
I've never been to any
afford that
island like
shit.
that. No.
noisy?
She
According to Stuttering John, yes, she makes
Okay,
noise.
right.
she heard us banging in the Hamptons.
You did really?
Yeah, and I was proud of it because like I had this squeaky bed and I was going out and she was like, ah! And I was like, he must think I am good.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, he talked about it
Yeah.
for months.
She can tone it down, which
So
means
you had to be quiet.
which I'm not even sure it's real. Who cares though?
Yeah, who cares?
All right, let's skip here a little bit.
Artie can get
That's something
sex.
to think about.
Certainly, you should be able to get sex.
Well,
Let
thank
me
you,
just tell you,
Robin.
let me tell you my Barbados story before we
Yeah.
interview you about everything.
All
Someone
let's skip the
Oh,
Barbados
oh,
to
story.
work out.
Oh yeah.
What?
So
So wait a
clearly-
second. Wait a second.
What?
It is funny.
Yeah.
People's religion is funny.
You know what's cool though? She's
There
the
we
only
go.
Scientologist.
All right, hold
Doing
The
on.
so
robot
impressed.
will be.
You guys tell I was listening to all.
All right, hold
I'm
on.
just so impressed.
So look, she said she was listening to it all in agreement.
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
she knew.
I'm
Bobby, the
so
robot
impressed.
will be.
You guys have clearly done your homework.
So wait a
Clearly.
second. Wait a second.
What?
It is funny.
Yeah.
People's religion is funny.
You know what's cool though? She's the only
feeling pretty
Scientologist who's willing to
confident
come and talk to us
because-
about it. Usually people just get angry.
She's feeling pretty confident because of the robot comment.
Yeah.
So she
She
thinks
she
she's gonna be
thinks
able
they
to just
don't know
walk
what they're talking
past
about.
everything that and sort of deflect. So
That's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah. Take bits of what they said, discredit them like they don't know anything
Mhm,
because
yeah.
they flubbed up one thing.
See how
Angry.
she did.
And
She,
they
like,
just-
you know, you will tell us the truth.
They
Yeah.
train them how to deal with all these situations.
Of course.
She was insane and she joined the religion. That's all. All right, but wait a
Well,
second.
apparently I was hanging out having nothing to do on a street corner for Robin.
And they grabbed you.
Right, they grabbed me.
Join the religion.
Some music,
I don't know much about the religion.
music in the background.
Yeah,
I know
they're
about
doing
this
a
evil
theremin.
galactic ruler Zeno that you guys pray to. And,
Yeah.
No, but wait,
Oh,
so let-
now-
wait,
That you guys pray. to.
Howard drops the Xenu. Okay.
The
The
internet
producer.
rule that you pray to.
Oh man, wow. So this was after the leak. Okay.
yeah. They knew
I don't
something.
know about that part
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah.
but Zeno with an X.
Oh,
So I'm down in
well, that's
Barbados,
exciting. That's
and
exciting.
the local Barbadians, I guess, see
What's
like a-
GOT3 at this
like a
point?
dude walking around with a hot chick.
She was probably higher than OT3. I mean,
So that being said, her TRs were like spot on, dude.
in
Like,
terms of what deflect.
well, he mentioned Xenu, and she's like, I haven't got to that yet. Like, she
Yeah.
did an acknowledgement, and when you acknowledge, an acknowledgement is taught as a complete stop to a communication. So, whenever he said, you pray to Lord Xenu or whatever, and her response was, oh, I haven't got to that part yet. And then hard stop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask more questions, then we'll see.
Chick with
And
long hair, and I'm,
So
They figure-
obviously he's not an executive at a company.
they don't know. They don't know who I am. Some of them see the E show down there.
Yeah, they have satellite, and it does come down
Yeah,
there.
but these are people who make $3 a year. I don't think they can afford a satellite
I
bill.
think they all get in one room.
Yeah, there's one satellite.
It's not
Ripping on Barbados.
Howard. Well, Barbados. Oh, I thought he was talking
Barbados.
about Sea Org members.
Yeah, there's a parallel there.
Message.
On the whole goddamn island.
So what happened?
So I'm walking around, and there's a woman on the beach who braids hair.
Uh-huh.
She does look really out there, though.
So she corners Beth. You're gonna love this, because she like all week they go. There's some of these guys, like these black dudes.
What do you think? She's like 35?
Well, 2000. How old is she now? I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
2003, I was 22. So she probably was in her early 30s.
Early 30s? Whatever.
Yeah, I would guess early
She
30s.
didn't have kids yet. She didn't have her own kids yet.
Who
I don't think
I don't
so.
think she
they
has kids.
smile a lot, but I think they're
Still.
angry.
Yeah.
She's got kids.
You're not buying it.
I mean, they got to be angry. We're over in their country on the best beach, while they're trying to get you to do a snorkeling for
Right.
an hour.
Right.
All right, let's skip this Barbados story here.
Oh, they're
Rotated on
trying
a
to
jet
make some
ski.
money?
Yeah. Oh, they're trying so hard.
No, I was talking to him. He said,
Yeah,
what's the
Artie
problem?
doesn't understand. Why
What's
they're
that problem?
bothering
And then he's
you.
like over here doing something.
Yeah, eating.
I went back to the sports
Oh,
section.
sorry.
Yeah, he's drinking his chocolate.
What's their problem?
I throw out an
That's
issue
what I
and
have
then
to give. What's their problem?
I let the group discuss it.
And then you go back to eating.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
he's got a
like-
good job. It's like, hey, what's your problem? Then he goes back to reading the paper.
He did have a sweet job. He fucked that job up, too.
What job?
Just Artie when he was working on the Stern Show.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
How about those
That's
Knicks?
what he did.
How about those Knicks? All right, goodbye. I got to go eat.
I throw out a subject.
So I'm down there. I'm walking around on the beach, like King Tut, And so the guys would come up to me and go, you sing, man. You sing.
Oh, they think you're.
They think I'm a singer.
They
And I
think
go,
you're like a rocker dude.
They think you're.
but I go like, they want to engage me in conversation. I go, no. Just like that.
Simply?
I go, no, I'm not a singer. And then I walk away like I'm an accountant. You know what I mean? I don't want him to know what I am.
An accountant.
He's like 6'7" or something too.
That's funny. What is 6'7"?
Howard, he's like 6'7".
Oh, damn. He's
Yeah,
tall,
he's really
dude.
tall. Really tall.
Has a certain walk.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go into like, hey, I'm a radio guy.
right,
and then
right,
you're going to go, I never heard of you. That's
Right.
because radio doesn't come into your country.
Let me hear you. Let me hear. What do you do?
That's because you guys haven't invented radio
Right.
yet.
Because you don't have one.
You don't have radio.
I'm the lead singer of Great
Jesus Christ.
White.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on tour. I'm
And
rushing
watch
out.
me, I'll burn down.
They would have
your
believed
island.
him.
Yeah, I'll burn down your whole
Yeah. He looks like a rock singer. I guess that's his
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
aesthetic.
goddamn island if you don't. I'll light up my scary pyrotechnics in my room. Like those guys need pyrotechnics.
Oh, they need everything.
Need a
What's their
facelift.
problem?
So,
It's an interesting question when you think about it.
all right, this is going to really upset all of
I
you.
think it's
but
funny that you thought it was a topic. You go, I throw out topics. It's not a topic when you go, what's their
It's a
problem?
political issue.
She doesn't like Artie. They don't get along during this interview.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you were adding on to what Howard was already talking about. Putz.
It's my job. That's what I do.
He just piles
No,
on.
it's these little things I hear him say, and
Yeah.
I ignore it for a minute, and then I go, he didn't bring up a topic. He goes, it's an interesting topic. Like he's bringing up a topic. Howard was talking about something, and he goes, what's their problem?
Jesus.
yeah,
and
but
then
he
he
only
goes-
gets paid
and
like
then-
$100 a
And
show.
then he
Yeah, what do you
justifies it.
Okay. Yeah.
I go,
Where's the Scientology shit?
Yeah,
man?
I'm waiting,
I
man.
brought up a topic. He didn't bring up a topic.
He's like,
That'll cost you.
did you hear his?
That was a good bit, but
That was, I love you.
me?
Yes.
She's a ball breaker.
Yeah, I like it.
Why am I a ball breaker? I'm
Why are you a
talking.
ball breaker?
All right, listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm talking.
What's your problem?
So,
What's your problem? Busy over here doing nothing.
Got a lot of chemistry, me and that Remini.
You think?
I
Yeah.
should have time stamped it, to be honest.
That's what I mean. You read
so
my
let me
mind.
just say this.
Yeah.
Sorry, because no one will believe it.
Go
I
ahead,
know you
go
guys are
ahead,
going to
go
want to
ahead.
goof on me, but I don't care.
Next time.
What?
So, my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, decides to get her hair braided.
Mhm.
You know how they walk? What age? My yeah, I can't.
This woman, she
Actually.
sounds like a bit of a troublemaker. Who was Patty?
Yeah, just braid.
Shut up.
What's her problem?
What's controversial?
Yeah.
I didn't anything last time.
And
Did I?
our whole Scientology rap is
Yeah.
here's my point.
All right.
Forget the rap.
And now, is this a different point from what you brought up
Here we go.
last time? You're
No.
not sure.
No,
Okay.
no, it's
It's
just
the
that
same one. Okay, good.
I'm not a believer in any religion. I think
Right.
it's all, I don't think like Catholicism is the real religion and Judaism is the real religion and the rest of them are crap. I think they're
Right.
all bull.
Right.
I think it's a book that some dude wrote.
What do you think? With him?
I mean, I think that human beings have been like seeking truth and facts for a long time, and truth and facts are different. There's a former in my broadcast yesterday. I referred to an interview on what's that channel name? Can't remember. The difference. There's differences between truth and facts. Truth and facts can be the same, but they can also be not the same. So the humans have been trying to find ultimate truths, and they have found them, like for themselves. So if they share that with someone else, and that is a truth for someone else, and that becomes a truth for someone else. But there are facts which are like the fact that the Catholic Church has trafficked children and molested children and murdered children for hundreds of years. Those, and still don the cloth and go bless children and wash feet and all this shit.
Right.
Big campaign in Louisiana for clergy abuse, biggest I've ever seen. And they've suppressed that for a long time, like the diocese here. And they just can't anymore. So the facts, there may be, and I believe there are truths in Catholicism for people, but the facts and the truth, if the facts are about the group that you're in, like don't line up with the truth, then it's bullshit.
Good point.
So I would agree with Howard, kind of. But I don't think all religions are bullshit. I think that there are truths to be found for an individual. And there's been a lot of motherfuckers that have lived on this planet so far in this short period of human, on the cosmological scale. We are like at the, tiniest point, and already we've come up with all of these really helpful ways of thinking so that we don't have to suffer as much. And that to me is what the goal of religion is to sort of like, or the goal of faith is to reduce suffering, end suffering.
Witness says, look up the clergy cases. We'll get to that on the next break.
U.S. case law. Oh, okay.
Let's look at that after this.
Yeah.
But we know with Scientology, the guy said,
We know the guy.
We know the guy.
Yeah.
like, it's not so old that they fool us.
Right.
He said, you know what? I'm a science fiction writer. It's not paying the bills.
Right. Now, how do you know that part?
Because he's been interviewed. There's interviews.
And he said,
I'm going to invent a religion.
I'm going to invent. No, that doesn't seem normal to me. That a guy.
I love how she plays dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, possibly she didn't. Possibly they keep the Scientologists in the dark about some of the shit too. I mean, maybe
no, there's black PR handling, fucking black PR handling black PR.
Right.
Hold on, I'll grab my fucking hard sell pack and see if there's a reference in there. Is it right in the? See, I keep this closed because Doug would always bitch about it. He's like, man, close your closet, bro. Open my closet.
Now I'm wondering what's in that closet. Clergy cases are mostly related to Catholic abuse cases. Yeah, I can see that. There's Marcus with the binder. Heavy binder.
Let's see. Look at the contents.
Yeah, that's a good point. I believe that too. That she's putting it on.
Well, yeah, because there's policy on this shit, like how to handle it. So, misdirection, common thing. The comm cycle. You can use the comm cycle because conversation is not a comm cycle. Conversation is a two-way exchange of ideas. But in Scientology, you can it's all about slavery and enslavement. And you can do that with linguistics. And they implement linguistics in addition to, training routines, which is essentially hypnosis. So
that's where they get into the bull baiting and everything, right?
Yeah. You're learning to sort of hypnotize yourself to not be affected by anything and then respond to commands and give commands. You need to be able to receive commands and give commands or whatever. I did it backwards. Give commands, receive commands, and be willing to be controlled. There's references all about that too.
While you look through that, I'm going to hit the video.
Go ahead.
Oops. Wrong button.
A guy would go on television and go, my books are not selling, so I'm going to invent a religion.
He
and
said it to
people
his
are
friend.
actually going to, he said to
But
a friend.
he never
Before
thought
it was an interview, now it's a friend.
his friend interviewed him.
Okay.
So you're getting hung up on the small little details there. That's it. That's all that misdirection.
Misdirection. Oh, absolutely. And
she's getting hung up on the small things.
She'll use the comm formula to do that.
On television.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's called the conversation.
Okay. All right. All right.
So he basically did it.
Right.
And God bless him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think anyone would go
What
along.
was the inspiration? What does she think happened?
Like it's that easy.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
it
like,
is,
oh
you know.
yeah.
The L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
What?
Well, how did he create
I think the
religion?
guy passed away.
No. I meant, how did he develop Scientology? I mean,
How do I know?
who is he that he should have?
Oh my
the
God.
How do I? You know.
How do I know? She's
Leah.
Yeah, well, she knew at the time, but
She's good at this.
kind of like, yeah, she is good at this. And this is why Doug didn't want to do like when he finally got his break and everything was going to work out for him, and the dude put the book on his doorstep, like he had the option at that point. It was such a crazy thing that happened to him that like he got the green light to basically get a whole shitload of gigs and be a celebrity like her if he could, you know, do this kind of shit. And he could have for sure. Sit there and just act his way through it, which
What's
is
up, Ken's
what
channel?
is, you know, basically she's doing. She's acting her way through that.
Let's see the rest of her performance.
Who is anybody?
Answers.
Who cares?
Hey, let me ask you something. Never mind that.
If the crap works, the crap works. If
Is
it
it
don't
working
work,
for you?
people won't go.
Is it
You
working
know
for
what I'm
you?
saying? Yeah, it works
It
for
is.
me. Yeah,
And do
I
you
would have
get
been
the-
much crazier.
Are you hanging?
Good point, though. I mean, as everyone knows, those entry level classes, they do work for you. Maybe she wasn't on OT3 at this point. Maybe she wasn't on the OT level.
It could have been, I mean, you know, handlings, which is, you know, like it with special people, right? Opinion leaders, people who are going to be given the green light and all the connections that they could possibly get because they're doing well. Now, you do have to do it. You have to make yourself no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're a Scientologist, you have to build your own fucking career. So, but if you get to a certain point in your career where you're doing well, that's when they're going to be like, hey, we have some resources that could really fucking help you.
Right. Especially with actors and actresses.
With musicians as well. They'll take musicians and be like, hey, I know you're a musician, but like, you into acting? Because we could get you fucking into acting.
Chef 11 example there. He was
Mark Isham. I mean, he's a composer. He's fucking still composing for film. Still a Scientologist too.
Hanging with anyone heavy from out in
No,
Hollywood?
you know, I try to use the Scientology thing, like, hey, I'm a Scientology, you're a Scientology.
Yeah, but you get to go to the celebrity
I go-
center.
What?
I try to use the Scientology thing. Is that what she said?
Yeah, you said Scientology.
A
No.
lot of people can go to the celebrity center.
Are you friends with Jenna Elfman?
Oh.
Oh my God! All the Scientologists, we all hang out.
No,
Ken's channel here. Ken's channel. Good point. He says Leah's OT3 says completed 2003.
So she had completed OT3.
She had just completed.
She had just comped
6
OT3.
weeks. Wow. 6
She had
weeks
just
before.
comped. She had just comped. She knows the Xenu story. So she's acting. Like I said, this is, you know, com formula, TRs. They give you all. That's why it's good for actors, because the com formula and TRs actually help you. They do. As an
Nice
actor.
find, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, Ken.
And witness
Fucking
point says
Ken
so
with
she
the
was
fucking
fibbing.
save.
She is a fibber.
Well, she was
following
this.
orders.
This is undue influence. This is covert or coercive control and covert control.
Right.
There's things that are being
Right.
controlled in her environment that she's not even fucking aware of. So I
Jackie,
don't
at the
say that she's a
Celebrity Center.
liar. I wouldn't say she's a liar.
That's the
I would
only
say
reason
she's
I
Oh.
joined,
being
to hang
very
out at the
genuine.
celebrity center.
Well, no, it's like if you're going there for something, if you're doing something and you happen to see your friend there, it's like, hey, I'm on my way to go do a thing.
You know what would be
It's
embarrassing?
not like we sit around and, you know what I mean?
But
hold
don't they
hands.
have like a big thing like once a year and all of you?
I think she's talking about
The
IAS.
gala. She's talking about well, at that time the IS wasn't super huge like it is now.
Right.
Missions would be a big part, and the ideal orgs wasn't a big push either. It was the golden age of tech. So missions and Valley org, like there weren't orgs like there are now, or there were when they pushed it in 2000 later that year in 2004 and 5. So she would be, it would be like the mission holders would pay a lot of money to go to the CC Gala and hang out with her and John and Tom Cruise and whoever.
Miss J brought up a good point. She says that he probably got a tip that she'd done OT3, which if Gary's doing his job as producer,
considering
then,
who he is and who Howard Stern knows a lot of people. Fuck yeah, man, it come through the grapevine for sure.
Yep.
And man, to think that she just like totally not what we call a not is his question, like, you know, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Mm.
Xenu. What the fuck is that?
You who
All of
are
the-
famous.
all of you
No,
people.
that's, those
Yes,
are
yes,
Vulcans.
yes. No,
No.
because I've seen this thing, and Kirstie Alley will be there, and
Right.
Jenna Elfman, and you.
Yeah, it's like when you. It's like when your
and
network.
John.
No, it's like when your network has a party or you
Right,
belong
right.
to a certain
Yeah.
group.
That's a strange
yeah.
town.
So
too.
you
Network.
always get to go to that party.
It's a big
You don't have to
Scientology
go.
Seder.
No, you don't have to go.
Wait a
Not
second.
everybody goes. Not every Scientologist on the planet goes.
What the fuck
Wait,
is
You know,
that
it's like,
sound cue they're using?
They're using some sort of
It's like a
sci-fi
horror,
music.
a horror sound cue.
Yeah.
Man, that's got to be fucking. I would imagine that it was difficult for her to like. I mean, because she's got her TRs in, man. Like inside, she may be feeling very threatened, and probably is, and very nervous. But she's not showing any of that.
No.
This is why I'm saying
It's
that
good.
this shit is good for actors, because if you go in front and you get like you have the tools to suppress that and just do an act.
Here's
What?
the embarrassing thing.
What?
You join because you figure, okay, it's a good religion. There's a lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah. Who can I meet?
No,
Totally.
you join.
Yeah.
And then they don't let you into the celebrity center because they don't consider you a celebrity.
Right.
Right.
That could be.
That would be awful. Like,
That
what's
would
the
suck.
cutoff?
That would suck.
Like, you obviously.
I heard they just let anyone. You don't have to be real.
Yeah, anyone can go into Celebrity Center.
Yeah. But that would be embarrassing. You
But,
being
well,
one
the
person
thing
who's
is
not
that-
allowed in
Celebrity Center's prices are a lot higher, and they read you
for auditing.
Yeah. There, if you're going to Celebrity Center, like you're going to be approached every course break about services,
Putting
and they
money on
kind
your
of
books and stuff.
we get all your books, everything, because like what they want to do is sort of like create in that environment the model CC person. Like, if you're here, then you should be able to afford to be here, which means your career should be doing all right. But you
Right.
could still go if you were, poor and a aspiring actor or whatever. And but you might bump into somebody there that they did a lot of actor workshops, so you might bump in hosted by like people like Jim Meskimen, who's a comedian and an actor. He did a lot of workshops. I think he's still a Scientologist, but you could meet people. It was kind of like an actor's workshop.
And LA has
They have
two
another
acting
one too.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, LA
Yeah.
has. I think I heard this from Doug that they have 2 acting schools that are.
They have the
really
one
run
at
by
CC
Scientology.
and then the one at the Beverly Hills hotel.
Yeah.
And
You should get to go to celebrities.
there's a comedian who passed away. He gave a master class on comedy. What's his name? Big dude. He gave a master class on comedy at the Comedy Store and said, go to the Beverly Hills Hotel and take these acting classes from these Scientologists because it shit works.
Mhm.
And like when they come to you afterwards, part of his comedy bit, and Ralphie May, that's who it is. Ralphie
Oh,
May.
okay, yeah. I know
And he
who
does a whole bit about it in the master class. And he's like, go to the Beverly Hills Hotel and take the acting class. It'll help your fucking comedy. And then whenever you leave, just make sure say, oh yeah, fuck you, thank you, I'm good. And just make sure that you get the fuck out of there before they come after you. So
Easier said than done.
Celebrities.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a hit
obviously.
television show.
Yes,
Would- would-
obviously.
Jenna Elfman would get to
She-
go.
Do
obviously.
you ever get?
Tom Cruise, John Travolta.
Obviously.
But what if
Wait a
it's
minute,
like
do you ever get voted out of the celebrities? You get thrown out. You're not a celebrity anymore.
It's like Survivor or something. No.
yeah,
I think
right.
once you're in, you're in. But
Isn't that right?
but like for example, like with one of the casts of Survivor,
What about Mini Me?
What?
Would Mini Me?
Wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
of course,
He's,
Yeah,
Vern
he's
Troyer?
big.
Yeah.
He's big.
I think he would be.
Yeah, he's a huge.
Jenna Elfman's got to be on her way out, though, right? She's not going to get an
Yeah, I feel
invitation
they're
next
gonna
year.
She's doing a
drop her.
movie.
No, she would be allowed.
Fucking
Wow.
teasing the shit out of her. This is making it easier on Leah at this point because now
Yeah.
they're not really going after her religion as so much as they're just sort of making a mockery of Three Stooges style.
Yeah.
Is what they're kind of
It-
flowed into.
If they wanted to be mean, they could have been a lot meaner. I mean, they're
Yeah. At this point in 2003, they're really kind of probing for information.
Yeah, I think that's probably still part of it as well. And 2003 also, as much as the crazy things got out about Scientology, still the abuses weren't out. I don't
Yeah.
think it was much of, you didn't hear what David Miscavige beating his staff, things like that. You didn't hear about that, but you
Mm-mm.
did hear just the weird stuff they believed in, and that was
Yeah, I
enough
mean,
for some
Mike was
people.
still in, Marty was still in,
Sure.
Leah was obviously still in. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting perspective.
Allowed to be in the Celebrity Center. But I'm
She's
talking
got a
about.
movie coming out.
I'm saying
With
would a,
cartoon.
would a cast member of
Shut
Survivor?
up.
You hate him.
Can't wait to
like,
see
I
Jen
don't.
Elf.
I don't hate him, but I love what.
I can't wait to see Jen Elfman's movie.
She's in it with a cartoon. It's a cartoon movie.
Oh, okay. So she's in this
Oh, are
one.
you in a movie?
She's in with Bugs Bunny.
What? Yeah, I've been in
All right.
He's in all.
I wonder what that cartoon movie was with Jenna Elfman.
I don't know.
Beats me.
I've been in a few
He's in a
movies.
movie
He's in
right
old
now.
school. Yeah.
You
He's in Old
didn't see
School.
Dirty
Yeah.
Work? You didn't see Dirty Work?
He's in Old School. He is.
He is.
He's not in old school.
He is.
Yeah, yeah.
Where? What scene were you in?
I'm in a few scenes.
Really? Because I was in old school, so I was wondering
She
where
is,
you
she's
were.
Yeah, she was an old. School.
Well, I
Played,
mean, they would have kept her like away from any non-Scientologists.
yeah.
So, like, and there would have been like, and maybe she was aware, and maybe she wasn't, but like any celebrity on set, that's part of the package whenever they give you the green light thing, like it's like you're gonna have a whole staff essentially,
Mhm.
and usually Sea Org people, but they may not like. She may not even know that they're Sea Org people. That's the fucking crazy thing. They might
Yeah.
just be like Tom, like hey, or Jerry, or Bill, or Susie, and it's like here's Susie. She's your blah 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 industry title, and here's so and so. Here's your booking agent. Here's this, and they may not even dress like Sea Org. So that's kind of fucking weird, right?
Yeah. I know all the people that surrounded Tom were CEO.
Well, oh yeah, for sure. And what they do is they negotiate all the terms, and there's a lot. Like there's like
Right.
you can't have this, you can't have the. We need separate quarters. We need all this separate shit. And only whenever you need her, you do a call time, and we will bring her on set. And it's kind of like a dog and pony show, man.
She's in the commercial.
She's an old school.
Oh,
too,
what
yeah.
happened?
You
What's
two
the matter?
work together.
What happened?
I didn't see the whole
What's
thing.
up, bro? Oh, all right. Now all of a sudden he's cute and he's like smiley, like
Hey,
he's
we're
like his
friends.
mother's son. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
right? Right? Okay.
But I don't know what you were.
Oh, okay.
I knew you. I didn't know
What
you were
happened?
old
Why are you
school.
stuttering, babe? What's
I
happening?
didn't know you were.
She don't like him one bit.
Yeah. That's she went on the tone scale. She went antagonistic. I'm not kidding.
What
Like
is that?
she tone scale antagonism. Hold on, let me pull this shit up.
They all correspond to a number, right?
Yes, I'm trying to remember what antagonism is. Just below anger 2.0. So I think it might be 1.9.
You were
Antagonism.
an old school.
All right, that's why you said what you said, right?
I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking. I don't know what she's talking about.
You just said that you were in a movie, and I go, "What movie?" You go, "Old school." I go, "Really? What scene?" And you went on. Oh, I said 3, 4 scenes, and you were getting mouthy. Then I go, "Oh, I was in old school." You're like, "Da, da, 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 da."
I don't remember.
The thing is, I think he really was in old school.
Yeah, he probably was.
Yeah.
I found the
Oh,
chart,
that is
but on the website, it's really okay. 2.0 is what they're calling antagonism now. 2.0 used to be anger.
What's the range?
So generally 0 to
40, right?
4. No,
Oh,
0
4?
to 4 generally.
40.
Like when you drill tone scale drills, you go out and you observe people. It's part of what people complain about. Scientologists are creepy. They go out, they're out there. What the fuck are they doing? They're looking at me. They're assessing the tone scale, and so this is a simplified version. These are all probably Scientologists that said, "Oh, we're going to give you a big break. We're going to shoot, do photography session. These are for roles." But it goes from 0's death, all right, apathy 0.5, grief. Apathy is 0.05 just before death, 0.5 grief, 1.0 fear, 1.5 anger, 2.0 antagonism. And right now, this is what she is, where she is on the tone scale with
I'd agree with
that
that.
guy. Yeah, but watch her and see that this makes it simpler because this is 0 to 4 instead of the entire tone scale. 4 is enthusiasm. So basically, if someone is like, smiling and happy, you could say they're at 4.0 or 3.5. When she's listening to something and waiting to be questioned or respond to a
3.
question, be like, conservatism,
Mhm.
contented, whatever, boredom. It's interesting the order, but anyways, she was definitely responding with 2.0 right there. 2.0 communication.
It's being the case, but all right.
Oh dear.
Oh, you didn't say exactly that, but you started smiling like in a sweet way, which means like, oh
we're
crap,
friends?
I got caught. Right.
No.
Okay,
Another
well,
antagonistic
I don't think
remark.
You're not in the movie,
Oh,
man.
she doesn't believe
he
that
is
you're
in
in the
it.
movie.
Oh, he is.
Another
She's really
antagonistic
not in it.
Right.
remark.
Oh, okay.
No, he is in it.
Caught. You got caught.
2 more antagonistic remarks. She hit him 1,
Mhm.
2, 3.
One,
So
two,
what
three.
the thing is in the COM
that.
formula,
Well,
when you do that, is if you hit someone with these antagonistic comments constantly, they consider it's like a COM particle, and you can shut someone down that way. Does it make sense?
Interesting. Yeah.
So like if you hit someone with anger comments constantly and you don't relent, you stay at 2.0 continuously with a person, then you can create an effect in that person in which they're just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
So manipulative.
Yes.
Well, as an extra? What?
Oh, he's got 3 scenes.
When? Where?
Tell her who you are in the movie.
I'm a guy in the movie.
You don't even have you don't have a name. You guy number
My
one.
name in the movie is Booker.
Tell the scene.
Yeah, tell me the scene.
I'm in a few scenes. I'm in the first
Babe, tell me.
scene of the movie.
First scene in the movie is what?
All right. Well,
Who is this guy, by the way?
he's Artie Lang.
Oh, that's Artie Lang? Okay.
Artie Lang. Yeah.
I've heard him on the radio a
You must have.
ton when I was on the road because my guy that I was on the road with
I
had
got
serious.
He covered his Band-Aid.
I made
Yeah.
for six.
You
You
gotta
play the court. Yeah.
Aim for 2
Let's
guys.
get some more of the Scientology.
afterwards. But here's what's weird. She with me was a great.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing. I'm saying it was. I thought it was.
Cute. I couldn't believe you wouldn't jump on a plane immediately if that's what really happened.
I could play that.
It could go horribly wrong. It
It hasn't worked so far.
There we go.
Angela, it's a
F
good.
it, F it. And it was who?
Will you
I don't
do
want to. I don't want poof. I just want.
Will this be a non-traditional ceremony?
Oh, you mean like in regards
Alright.
to the Scientology thing?
No,
I don't know. I want to probably in the summer.
So she talks about her marriage.
Wow.
Mm.
She talks about her marriage, and then they ask if she's having a Scientology wedding.
They didn't wear
Okay.
like a white dress.
They gave her a
I wanna
good
look
break.
pretty, that's all I care about.
Will you
I don't
do
want to.
that?
I don't want poof. I just want pretty.
Will this be a non-traditional ceremony?
Oh, you mean like in regards to the Scientology thing?
No, just
No.
are you
Okay.
doing the traditional thing or are you doing something?
Yeah, well, no, we're probably gonna get married and then have a party.
Yeah.
Just a huge party where.
A low key wedding.
I'm sure.
You ever
with
see a
J-Lo,
Scientology Sea Org wedding?
J-Lo,
I've seen pictures
of
Really?
what? Of
'Cause
what?
I don't.
You know-
of like a Sea Org wedding on the ship. Or
I had a
at the
Scientology
base.
wedding.
You did?
Yeah.
Was there a robot?
No.
You get married on the beach in a space alien costume, like Tommy Lee.
And
Nailed it.
Robbie the
No.
robot.
Not gonna be married by a
No.
Martian.
No.
Is he Scientologist?
Who?
Angela.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to be.
No, but no, he doesn't have.
That's
Who
got to
was
be
first?
Howard doing the
Me.
cues.
It's Fred. He's got.
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
So she mentioned her husband is a Scientologist, and she goes, he doesn't have to be. That's BS, right? He has to be. I mean,
if they're gonna
it's
get
not
married.
written in stone, but yeah, but it's
Yeah. You can
I'm
get
not gonna
married.
marry
Like
someone who's not
actually,
a Scientologist.
people can get married and to someone who's not a Scientologist, as long as they basically go along with all the Scientology shit. But
Right.
they are going to be on registration or public division 6, which is all like recruiting and getting people in. Like they're going to be people from Division 6 contacting them, talking to them, whether they realize it or not.
Mr. J said Hulk married a Scientologist. Yeah, she married what's her face? The girl
Hulk.
from Florida. Hulk
Wh-
Hogan.
Oh, did he really?
Married the girl from Florida. What's her name? Shit.
I didn't
Write
know
her
that.
name down, Miss J. I forget.
You
Yeah.
brought him in?
It was I'll tell you later.
No, I didn't bring
It
him.
was the girl Aaron had an incident with in that body cam video. Sky Daly.
Oh,
That's her name. Married Sky Daly.
No, when I met Angelo, there were certain things about Angela he wanted to. Better in his life. Screw you guys.
Angela, it's a good,
F it, man.
F it, forget it.
it's a good
That's
move
all.
by Angelo, though.
What?
'Cause he marries you.
What are you
becomes a-
insinuating?
becomes a Scientologist. And,
Yeah.
before you know it, he's in a Jenna Elfman movie.
Right.
That's the path,
oh,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Who was she
Is that
marrying?
all you got to do to be in a
I don't think he was famous or anything. I don't even
Mm.
know his name.
movie?
Is that his plan?
Definitely wasn't an actor.
And
That's his master plan.
he's got a
All right,
master plan.
all right.
It could go horribly wrong. Or he
It
could
hasn't worked so far.
Mike
hasn't worked so
Walker
far,
from
yeah.
the National Enquirer,
What's he got?
he comes on our show. He
Yeah.
claims that you and P. Diddy
Yeah.
messed around.
Oh.
It's not true.
That's a couple. Angelo, yeah, Angelo is her
Probably her best friend did something with P. Diddy, J-Lo. I can see that.
husband. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember they had a big thing.
Mm.
They got arrested in a nightclub or something. He had a
Oh,
gun. Yeah, that was
wow.
a big story back in the day.
No.
Hmm,
I thought he
nothing
had.
wrong.
You know what? Last time I was here, I challenged him to like dig deeper and find some stuff.
There's no
That's
dirt
it?
on you.
Why?
Have you ever posed nude?
No.
Why not?
That's
You got a
nothing.
smoking body. Why not?
I don't know.
Would you do nudity in a film if it called for it?
Not really. No. I see. There's really no need for nudity to me.
I'd watch it.
Well, at that, yeah, I mean, she would have. I'm sure she was offered roles.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to be the smoking hot chick in this? That's what's cool. I think about her vibe or whatever is like she's got, and you can see it. Even though Howard's a really skilled interviewer, like she is very much what they call in Scientology holding a position in space. Like,
Yeah.
she's not going to let someone just like barrage her with shit. She'll wave it off. She'll be like, she's done it a couple of times already. It's like, no,
That's
don't
part
even,
of.
don't even.
That's what I wanted to highlight in this. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
They are very skilled, and it's not even like it's not even from a PR standpoint where her PR guy has told her what to say, what not to say.
No,
It's just
doesn't have
it's
to.
ingrained. It's ingrained
Mhm.
through the Scientology. Yeah.
Mhm.
Me. I mean, a little bit, but like I'm not gonna show my thing.
Well, what
You
if
beef.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show
Spielberg
Your
my
beaver.
China.
My
Yeah.
What if
Or
Spielberg
beaver.
said?
I don't really give a
that.
crap who it is.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean? I'd be like, well, okay.
What if Spielberg said,
I'm
look,
sure he can get. I'm sure he can get a body double. It's like not necessary that my saggy boobs need to be in a movie.
Oh, I'm sure.
They don't look that saggy.
Self-deprecation.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're so saggy. She's like
Spielberg said,
30.
look, we need your bush in this film.
Yeah.
And it's worth a lot of money to the film.
I'd say if you can pick out my bush in 10 Polaroids, I'll do it for you guys.
I'd take that challenge.
Spielberg says, let's
I
see
mean,
your
if
ass.
my
course
bush
you
is
would.
so important. Pick it out and we'll do it. We'll
All
shoot
right,
it.
so acting is not everything in your life.
No,
Right.
no, unfortunately. But I don't know what else it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, what
Yeah,
else would you do?
I don't know.
That's an
Scientology.
interesting comment. See, that almost seems like it's directed at people. They're like, hey, get me some fucking gigs. Get me some
Ken said
fucking
challenge
gigs.
accepted.
Yeah, okay, y'all gonna
I'm
look
right
at
there
10
with you, Ken.
pictures of her. Why don't you email her and say, hey, send me 10 pictures of some vag and one of yours, and we're going to take the challenge that you issued in 2003 on Howard Stern. Why don't you email her that?
And Mr. K said she's so quick, which is true too. She's very quick with it.
Oh yeah. You're drilled like crazy.
Yeah.
What do you want to have? You want to have kids? Is that why you're getting married?
Well, no, I'm not pregnant right now.
No, but you want to have kids.
I want to have kids. Yeah. No, I just think it's time. You know, we've been together for so long.
How long?
7 years.
Have you been a lot of baggage?
I really don't. What anybody? No, I think they love me. I want to kill who?
Well, we mean absolutely nothing to her.
Never let that. I explained this crap last time.
Here we go.
Or
I heard
And
Cl-
the center
I heard Clay Table.
approves
and
of
his
this marriage?
father would never let that happen. He loves his kids.
And
my
the
baby.
center approves of the
I
marriage?
haven't gone to the center yet. Specifically.
They are totally trolling her right now. They're so
The
trolling
center.
her.
Yeah. She knows it.
Yeah. And like I said, that's why before shit like this, you get drilled. You know, you'll get extra drills on TRs like in the course room. They'd be like, okay, you got an interview coming up. All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll take you off course for an hour for your last hour or two. because sometimes course times are 4 hours, or course periods 3.5, 4 hours, and they'll give you the last hour or two just to drill TRs. And for public people like this, we'll get really intense TR coaches, you know.
Isn't this? Yeah, Miss J just brought up a good point. 6 weeks ago, before this, she had no idea about Xeno.
Yeah, so she's kind of like, well, yeah.
And have you heard her reaction to the Xeno too? She sort of, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? Like, this is it?
This is
And
what
she
I was
told her
explaining
mom.
earlier. Internally, there's so much going on, but she's able to look and appear completely okay for the most part. To the naked eye, to the untrained eye, she's okay. She's like, you know, this is why people never really criticized Scientologists that were actors for a long time, because like, hey, they're doing all right. They're okay. But I'm telling you, based on what you just said that she said, I remember her being like, you know, what the fuck, just like Doug was like, what the fuck, and that's what she's dealing with on the inside as she's doing this interview, and she's also being drilled in courses or in the course room before the interview to keep her shit together in front of, because she's a public opinion leader. A lot of stress, a lot of pressure put on these people.
Right.
But they get in return, you know, the support and staff of what would essentially be a whole production company and staff for you. And I think that's why she brought up the fact, well, I wish I could be working more, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and if I remember correctly too, her mother was in the room with her as she got OT3.
Wow.
And yeah, she just looked, and she couldn't really say anything. She was like, "Mom, is this really like what's going on?" And that was her reaction. So
yeah, her mom would have had her
too,
TRs in as well. Like if you're in that situation, TRs are important.
You got to think internally. She was having doubts at this point too. Like, you know, am I really? Is this really what I signed up for?
Well, like I said, there's internally, there's so much going on that it's too much to work out in just a day or a week or a month or a year or years even. So if you are going to leave and if you're having doubts, you know, I always tell people who are maybe in still or indie to do a doubt condition, you know, after you've like searched everything that you could search that you're not supposed to. If you've done that, or if you've even done some of it, find the L rundown and find out what that's about. It's one of the most expensive and sought after auditing actions that only is delivered at Flag. And then do your doubt, because you know L's are all about enslavement and in slavery. It's the pinnacle of stuff that Hubbard did in terms of like codifying how to enslave people with this linguistics technology and the training routines. It's you know, the military uses similar things. Other cults use certain similar things. Body regimen and like one person being in charge of 50 people's health, right? Like in their fitness, say in the military, like that one drill sergeant is controlling those people. They're telling them, get up, go run, do push-ups, do this, do that, do this. And in that process, they're learning to accept control from someone else. Total control. You control me now, and I'm okay with that. And you know, people who wash out are people that can't, you know, they just can't do it. They either have a psychological breakdown or they're just too stubborn, or not. That's not the best way to say it. The best way to say it would be indignant to be controlled. And then as people move up in the military, they get training to control others. So they do it a different way. But in Scientology, you know, it's the same fucking, the L's are basically a codified or a codex of enslaving and being enslaved. And it is fucking, if you're in or if you're an indie, do your doubt condition and do the whole thing. And this is part of what she was probably thinking of doing, and it was having doubts. If she, based on her statements, she would be having doubts, but what the fuck do you do with them? Because now she's got a whole entourage and a whole thing to deal with. If she's going to do that, she's going to have to disconnect from all of that. It's a big deal. So it can take some planning. I mean, 10 years later.
You didn't go to the,
Let's hear more about the
you didn't go
wedding.
to the clay table?
I didn't go to the clay table. No.
Now, what is
Yeah.
it? What is the clay table for? It's because
Gary, I explained this crap last
No, the only
time.
reason I ask is 'cause I know
Antagonism.
that John Travolta always says in interviews that he went to the
Yeah. Who did he say about?
Anger,
Interviews in the clay table?
antagonism.
clay table to get his kids' names.
John
And I
Travolta
don't-
says
John
he can heal
Travolta.
people.
And I don't know what the clay
Yeah,
table
can
is.
you do that?
She'll
Okay.
respond that way
He
Talks
again.
about that.
Heal
I'll hear
Artie's
you.
nose.
I hear you, baby. I hear you.
Yeah,
I
right.
hear you.
Conservatism.
This music is killing me.
Conservatism. I'm watching the tone scale.
Yeah.
I'm reading it.
Listen, what do you want to know about?
But what does it do? What's the point of it? Yeah. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I just want to understand what
Oh,
is it.
well, do
What is it?
you think I'm that
Antagonism.
stupid that I'm like, oh, Gary's really inquiring? I mean, shut up.
Antagonism.
John Travolta got his kid's name from the clay table. Did you hear that?
No.
That's what they said.
Funny.
Listen,
Our wedding song.
Leah,
Yes,
This is their wedding song.
this is it.
this is your wedding song.
I love this.
Okay.
I love it.
What
These
did you
guys
guys
are
say?
so
Did you go to the
pro.
Grammys?
They handled this
No,
so.
no. Angela and I were in
professionally.
our hotel room until about 11:30,
Go ahead.
and then we met with Mark and his wife.
Conservatism.
Mark Anthony.
How do
We
you
went
know
to his
them?
hotel. Where did I meet Mark? I probably met him at an award show,
And he's like a
he's-
good friend now?
He's a sweetheart, a doll. Yeah, we hung out with him till 4 a.m.
What's the wife? She's
What
like,
does she do it out till 4 a.m? Jesus.
She's
I
up
can't-
in
I
the
can't
tone
even go
scale
out till
now
4 in the
to
morning.
contented in conservatism. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the producers study the tone scale and tried to keep her
Or just
in this
triggering her.
range. Yeah,
Yeah. Could be.
keep her in the
same
range.
show. I
No.
mean, what-
Not when it comes to karaoke. I got a karaoke machine at my house.
really?
I'll keep you
What do
up
you
till
sing?
all hours of the night.
Oh,
Anything
Christ.
Name a song you sing. I want to hear you.
Art.
What do you do? Oh, wow.
with a
What's
big
the name of this
screen.
place?
I don't know. We went to the village.
All right, but
Maybe it's because you almost climbed over
Did
the
I
board.
say pause every 2 seconds?
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
What a nice ass.
Yeah.
Look at that.
From walking.
I'm going to move on.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about nothing for another hour, and
All
then I'm
right.
going to go home.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
Say it. What?
No, I was going to say, she's fun to have in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Did him for the news or something.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
a love
Artie's
story.
in love. I knew
Is
this was
Angelo
all
in
about
town?
Yeah, he's in
flirting.
the green room.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, I
One,
thought you did a whole
one.
Grammy
One
party.
one.
Like-
Covert
No.
hostility.
We're in our hotel until 11.
Okay.
We ordered room service. Watched it on TV.
Hmm.
It was boring though a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's getting all nice,
I mean,
Who was
lovey-dovey.
the art girl? Who the hell was it in the front in the beginning?
I don't know who are those two old guys.
Who was it?
Those
Seriously,
altar
gotta
cockers.
ask.
Two of those two alta cacas.
Who are they guys?
You know,
I
what's
know.
this guy in American Idol, the judge. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
whatever.
it's time for you to do something else now, isn't it?
Yeah, I got to do something to win 5.
Eminem or Nelly or any of
I
that.
like.
Nelly.
Something in the translation? Was that not in English?
Oh my god.
You're
Dude, that's like. Yeah.
Well, I think that might be it for the Scientology speak. Could be it, man. We've been going for an hour and a half. I think we should wrap it up. Well, Marcus, you got anything to promote? I know you. Whoa, just knocked my microphone. No, you've been doing a radio show, so why don't you plug that?
Sure.
We'll get the
Yeah.
heck out of here.
I'll go. Let's see here. We'll go to my channel.
Make this big here.
Do this. I got a new featured video that I uploaded. This is I uploaded a shitload of videos from years ago. Doug had wanted me to upload all this stuff, and
I saw that. I got it was one day. I just got like 50 videos from you uploaded.
more
My
like
whole feed.
150. Yeah,
Could be. Yeah.
more like 150 something. This one was one of the first topics me and Doug covered, but it was he had watched these videos when they were published originally. But I took these all down because I was being followed. So and when I took them down, it stopped. So
Yeah.
You know, but Doug was like, you know, man, fuck that, dude. Like, fucking put him back up,
Take
dude.
a stand, man. Take
Yeah,
a stand.
totally. And I'm like, bruh, I got kids, like all
Yeah,
this other
yeah.
shit. He's like, yeah, I know, dude. Or actually, bro, I know, bro, but you know, this is just fucked up, man. Your videos are great. You need to put them out. So I did upload them all. They're not all in order because, you know, the original upload dates aren't there, but
Right.
these are 161 videos from 2015 to 2020. And there's a, you know, I made the thumbnails just like a almost like a what do you call them in video games, for the boxes that you buy to try and, you know,
Loot box type
loot
thing?
box. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
like a loot box thing, is a vault, and it's got a little clock on it to represent how, you know, long ago time it has been, a while. And then the other one is
And Christine was stumped. She didn't know. She was trying to tell how old your upload to her as well.
oh yeah. There it says it in the thumbnail, 2015 to 2020. And yeah, it's hard to tell, like, even for me, because from 2017 to 2020, I was bouncing around like a ping pong ball getting medical stuff done, and shitloads of therapy. These videos is a separate playlist called Creative Processing, and these are videos that I did in between, like when I also, after I deleted some of my Scientology videos, I did these instead.
Right.
And I do music and I talk about Scientology in these. So there's however many of those there are.
Plenty of content.
Yeah, there's how many? What does it say? 58 videos there. So right there, that's 200 videos. And then there's the backflash stuff. And I have some features that I do sometimes on Mondays, like the hidden impact on domestic violence on children, controversial practices, how to leave a coercive control group, just stuff like that. Helpful stuff. I try to focus on trauma survivors, and then I have also a peers on, which this will end up on. And so I do some mindlessness meditation guided stuff. Me and Alex did a thing. I did food talk with Sin from Sinfully Good.
I like her.
Yeah, she's a Southerner. We get along great. Do some podcasting about a game that I started when I was in Scientology and kind of practiced Scientology.
You skipped over one of my favorites, the KFUK radio that you do there.
Well, I said I didn't skip over it. I mentioned it. But yeah, if you go to Delta Gold Media, actually, you get to everything from my Nanu. You can get to everything from the bottom of my page that I do.
Gotcha.
So my other channels, Delta Gold Media, Octane Sound, my gamer channel, and me and Travis's music channel.
So that's in Theta on YouTube, not to be
right.
Not to be confused with Theta in.
Yeah, don't confuse it with Theta in, because if you go there, then you get this. You get the total opposite. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna wrap up here. Thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate it. We had a good time today. Marcus, it was great catching up with you.
You too, man.
Hopefully it won't be another month and a half away, but
you want me to play us out?
Let's play us out over here. Wish I could take the annoying noise off my outro, but thanks everyone for joining. I really appreciate it. See you next time.